See you in November, smirk. That's the Indiana basketball account as they announced their schedule yesterday. Did you see the schedule?
Yeah, I did.
Can I read the schedule to you?
Please. Wait, is this the schedule or are you starting at Ken Palm 350 and going down?
This is the schedule.
Okay.
Their season opens with SIU Edwardsville, then
Mm,
Eastern Illinois, then
mm,
South Carolina, then
mm.
UNC Greensboro,
Eh.
then the Battle for Atlantis,
Ah.
then Sam Houston State, then
Mm,
Miami of Ohio, then
mm,
UT Chattanooga, then
mm,
Winthrop.
mm.
Every one of those games that isn't the Battle for Atlantis is at home in Assembly Hall. Your thoughts on Indiana's insanely easy schedule?
Let's not blame Mike Woodson. I don't think he had any hand in this.
Why?
'Cause I don't think I'm starting to think I don't know if Mike Woodson has a hand in anything except actual basketball things.
So you think Woodson just doesn't work? He just shows up.
No, he does. He does work. He works on basketball related things. Anything else that's outside of his wheelhouse.
I think Woodson had a hand in this for the record, but continue your
I
thoughts.
would love to ask Mike Woodson to name his non-con opponents this season and see how many he gets. With that said, this is I know you're probably gonna come at me with another angle on this one just because I know you and you are a reverend. Um, this is so incredibly soft and weak. It is like, come on. Like, get one in there that's maybe a little. I mean, the South Carolina, yes, it's at home. I got you there. I hear that. But like, come on, what are we doing here? You're not going to be tested ever, like ever. And I already know where you're going to go with this, right? And and I'm going to cut you off before you get there because you're going to give me the whole the Big 12 spiel here, right? Like the Big 12 teams do this. Iowa State does this. They're in the Big 12. Like they're playing in a conference that has like 4 or 5 teams that could win the national championship. They're not playing in the Big 10. It's a little bit
So,
different.
so
So like so we are advocating this awful non-conference schedule.
yes,
That that's so bad,
yep,
man.
yep,
That is so weak.
yep, yeah, it is.
It's
I don't care.
that's the angle we're taking.
Cart, you know what I like seeing as a fan of my basketball teams? You know what I like watching?
Wins.
I like my team winning games. That is
Okay.
what I like to watch. I like to watch my team strap up and win a game by 17 points. I don't really give a damn who they play. They're going to play an 18 game or a 20 game, right? 20 game Big 10 schedule. I don't know. There's goddamn 18 teams in this league now. Uh and we can do the thing where like, oh, well, the Big 12 is actually good. The Big 10's not. Ugh. Fine. If the Big Ten's not that good, and if Indiana's one of the best teams in it, and they play this non-conference schedule, Cart, they might lose like 6 games all season. So, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. People are gonna say it does matter. And I get like there's resume stuff here. There's what's it called? Not NIT, but the net. Like your metrics are going to get hurt by this, especially if you lose some of these games.
Oh, ooh, that's okay. They're not going to. Well,
They might.
God forbid if they do. That one's good. That's like the type of loss that like ruins your resume no matter what you do the rest of this. It's gonna tank things.
Yeah, look, there are concerns, especially with the team in Indiana who like last season barely beat Army at home and struggled with Wright State and Florida Gulf Coast and beat Morehead State by 1. Like they survived a bunch of scares in the non-conference. They might survive scares again or have real scares again here too. But like I just like I don't care. And maybe that's me just doing the like Woodson defender honorary Hoosier thing right now. But look, y'all killed Indiana last year. When I say y'all, I mean you, because you have aggressively been a Mike Woodson hater, and there's 1,000 other yous out there who just want to prey on Indiana's downfall, both in this upcoming season and in the past. I was one of them last year. I was victory lapping before the season started, saying this roster stinks. They're not going to make the tournament. I celebrated their losses last year. Here's the reality of this. They won 19 games last year. How many games did your team win?
My team,
Yeah, Michigan State. Good program, right? We all agree that. How many games did your team win last year?
I think like 19.
19. Nobody's talking about how you had an underwhelming season. 19 wins. Indiana had 19 wins last year.
I think they should be talking about it though.
That's a whole nother conversation. But what I'm saying is perception has not been reality here with Indiana. And
having the same record is not this. I get it. I get it. But at the same time, they didn't beat anybody.
okay, but let's just go through this. Let's go through this, please. We're killing Mike Woodson last year for not winning enough games. 19-14 was the record. Same record as Michigan State. They had UConn.
There's no reason to throw the same as Michigan State in there.
It's the best example I have. If you can find me another 19-14 team that isn't Michigan State that people view as like a successful season, then I'll use them. But
I don't know anyone who use that successful season.
I'm not trying to do the Michigan State dance. I'm doing it because the records are identical, and the perception of Indiana last year is shit, and the perception of Michigan State was like, oh, that was fine. Like, give me another example of a team that, oh, that was fine for. And I know you disagree, but the consensus of everybody else is Michigan State had a good year and Indiana was horrible. They had the same year, identical year, except Indiana didn't get in the tournament. So
it's not identical.
The wins and losses are identical. Do whatever you want with that. The point is, they didn't win enough, right? They didn't win enough games last year. They had UConn on the schedule in the non-conference. They had Auburn on the schedule in the non-conference. That's 2 top 4 opponents. They had Kansas at home at Assembly Hall. Did they not schedule hard enough last year? They did schedule hard enough last year. They lost the games. They finished with the same record as your program. They didn't even get on the bubble. So they need to win some games. Like, everyone wants to kill them. Woodson needs to win games. He was damn near fired this offseason. And for the same people that called for his head and said he should be fired to now come around and be like, well, why is Woodson doing this? You know damn well why Woodson's doing this. They need to win games. They just need like a 25-win season. It doesn't matter who they beat. You win 25 games, you're in the tournament. So, like, hopefully they go out and play well at the Battle for Atlantis. Hopefully Purdue's good again. You get 2 shots at them. Hopefully Illinois is good. You get some good teams on the schedule, then nobody cares about this shit. The same way we didn't care about it with Iowa State last year. The same way we didn't care about it with the other 7 Big 12 teams that all took the same approach. It is a smart approach as long as you win the games. That is what is proven at this point. So we can kill Woodson for it. We can laugh at him for it. Whatever. Bottom line, he's got to win games. He has a roster that can win games. I think they're going to win games.
So challenge that roster.
Doesn't need to.
I can't believe we're like not calling this what it is because it's soft as shit.
He doesn't need to.
All right, that's fine. It's still soft as shit. It's also soft when other teams do it. So like, this is also soft. Iowa State was a good team last season. They were soft as shit for their non-conference.
They're not a soft team though. Not a soft team. Not a soft program. Not a soft.
No, not at all. But what they did with the scheduling was soft as shit. Which is fine, but call what it is. That's all I want to say.
Would either one of us be speaking that way if our program was the one that did this?
Yes. Are you okay? Do I need to worry?
My dog knocked over the ring light.
Who is in there? Greg, please. Do I need to call someone?
Mike Woodson's here.
Okay. No, he's not. He's on the course.
Sorry, I know he's really in tune with people that say things about him on podcasts, so I figured he might come at us.
If one of our teams did that, would I be? Yes.
I don't think you'd be calling this soft as shit as if Michigan State did this.
Michigan
State would never do this because they're not soft as shit.
1,000,000% would.
Michigan State would never do this because they are not soft as shit. But
at least with scheduling.
I wish Michigan would do this.
Do you really?
I want wins.
All right, I respect that angle.
Cart, do you like cookies? I don't need to ask you. You like cookies, right? You're a big cookie guy. Of course you are. Do you like your cookies soft?
Yeah.
I like my schedule like I like my cookies. Okay? Let's get some damn wins. Cart, you know what I love about you?
That I'm handsome?
You're reliable. I can count on you. You know, honestly, you remind me of Aaron Henry a little bit. Remember when, like, you know, their back was against the wall, nothing was going right, and man just showed up every day. He didn't make excuses. There were no problems. There were just solutions.
Sounds like me.
That's you. And it also reminds me of Duncan Mechanical Solutions, because if you're looking for quality furnace repair, look no further than the heating and air experts that you can trust. Comfort and quality are their standard. They're an HVAC company that serves Northeast Indiana and Southern Michigan, whether it's heating and air conditioning, plumbing, kitchen and bath remodeling, or emergency services when you need them most. Duncan Mechanical Solutions has reliable service that you can count on. Cart, remember when your basement almost exploded?
I remember when my basement almost exploded. I remember when my furnace itself was acting funny. I remember when my AC was acting funny. I wish I had Duncan in my back pocket. I wouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been anywhere in northern Indiana or southern Michigan that hasn't been perfectly cool or perfectly warm, depending on when the day called for. And that's because of Duncan Mechanical Solutions. They are the presenting sponsor for the month of July. Shout out to Duncan Mechanical Solutions. Go to duncanmechanicalsolutions.com to learn more.